Marquette Maritime Museum at WZMQ 19. We believe in authentic stories. Share yours.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the Homeless Bill of Rights. Why one Michigan state representative is hoping to pass legislation that ensures those without a home aren't denied common services. Plus, Valor at Sea, the second part of our mini-series diving deep into the U.S. Navy and what it's like aboard a naval submarine. And a new year is just days away. Some places to party and some safety reminders for your celebrations. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
We saw the sun for a little bit today. Are we expecting any more fog this evening?
There could be some fog. We could also see some fog tomorrow morning, but overall we'll see that eventually clear out. But as Sarah was asking, yes, there is a chance of fog. Today we saw a high of 38 out at that National Weather Service station, and currently our temperatures are in that 30 to 40 degree range. We'll see them drop down a little bit more, but I'll have the latest on the fog, drizzle, what's up for New Year's as far as weather goes, and your outlooks coming up after the break.
All right, Ariane, thank you. Right now, the Marquette County Sheriff's Office is looking for help with a break-in investigation. The Sheriff's Office says someone broke into the Ely Township American Legion Post 114 sometime after hours between Sunday, December 17th and Monday, the 18th. Deputies say about $3,800 was stolen from inside. Anyone with information can contact the Sheriff's tip line at 906-225-8441 or use the Submit a Tip feature on the Sheriff's Office app. To address Michigan's increasing homeless population, some state lawmakers have introduced a bill package that outlines some of the rights commonly overlooked and denied to those without housing. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy spoke with one of the bill's authors to learn more about why they felt it was important to have a homeless rights added to Michigan law.
Representative Emily Devendorf introduced the legislation now being called the Homeless Bill of Rights back in July.
All it does is ensures that regardless of housing status, everybody has the same access to resources, to our public agencies.
The goal of the bills is to lay out the specific rights to ensure their denial isn't overlooked. Before starting work on this legislation, Representative Devendorf spent time doing direct service work with Michigan's homeless population.
The reason I'm so passionate about homelessness is because homelessness is one issue we actually know how to end, and we just don't. It really is on policymakers to do what's necessary to end homelessness. It is not a personal failing. It is a systemic failing.
The representative says they often faced obstacles because without a permanent address, receiving personal identification is difficult, which can complicate access to many public services.
One of the points that was brought up while we had testimony on this particular bill was that we couldn't have any folks who were presently homeless offer testimony because they couldn't get into the building.
Devendorf says that legislation like this will allow homeless individuals to seek civil damages for being denied access to public services because of their housing status. Devendorf says these bills are just the start of addressing solutions to reduce Michigan's homeless population and ensure people are treated fairly as they work on more legislation and solutions in the state's campaign to end homelessness in Michigan. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
Only on 19 News, more than 70% of the Earth's surface is covered in water, and the U.S. Navy is tasked with the protection and defense of America at sea. Sometimes that means working far below the water's surface. But before a Navy sailor steps foot on a submarine, there's intense training for every possible scenario underwater. Renata Steele with our sister station, WENY News, has the report.
At the Submarine Learning Facility, Norfolk, naval officers and enlisted personnel train for service in the maritime domain. Submariners, as they're called, go through hands-on training, learning everything from navigation to responding to onboard emergencies to wartime combat.
So when a junior sailor reports to the submarine, they are actually going to be in qualifications to earn the submarine warfare pin. And that qualification process, it's brutal. I mean, it takes about a year for a sailor to finish that, and that is really that sailor proving to the rest of the crew that in the event of an emergency, this guy can save my life. And there's a lot of pride in that. This was actually the very first warfare pin in U.S. military history. So a lot of people, it means a lot to us to earn your dolphins. You can see this thing, this trainer can take some.
Petty Officer Joshua Updegrove has been in the Navy for 8 years. While going to college for accounting, he decided to make a life change and join the Navy.
So I'm an information systems technician on board submarines, where I do all of the network security on board, as well as the external communications, communicating with operational commanders, as well as work with electronic warfare.
While on deployment, the submariners may be underwater for months at a time. With more than 100 crew members on board, they're working in tight quarters, ready for whatever conditions lie ahead.
It depends on the mission set that you are assigned to. So some submarines, they're there for deterrent patrols, which means they roll around with nuclear weapons, and they are strictly there to strike if need be. There's also different types of strike operations where we can launch sea-to-land Tomahawk missiles. We can do Navy SEAL insertion. We can do mine-laying operations. We can do peacetime exercises with other countries, which is very important.
Naval submarines play a key role during peace times as well, conducting surveillance and reconnaissance missions while moving undetected.
Well, it's stealth's your greatest friend. I mean, an aircraft carrier and all these surface ships, it's a projection of power. There's no hiding that big thing. It's there. However, a submarine under the sea, you can't see that thing coming, so you can really see what your adversaries are up to when they don't know anyone's watching.
While naval submarines patrol the seas unseen, one of the most visible symbols of the Navy's power is the aircraft carrier. That's where we're headed next.
Feels good. So we got our cranial protection, we have our life preservers, and we are getting ready to board the Greyhound and head out to the USS George Washington.
Flying out to sea to the USS George Washington. We'll see what life is like on a ship and take you along for the ride. Renata Steele, WZMQ 19 News.
Tomorrow, in the final part of this series, Renata flies out to sea to go aboard the naval aircraft carrier, the USS George Washington. That's tomorrow, only here on 19 News. Your first morning weather forecast is coming up after this break. Plus, that's what Carl says. It's the final week of 2023, and Carl is looking back at this year's notable weather events. And later, some safety reminders as you plan your New Year's Eve celebrations. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Dan Perkins Construction.
When you put on a product this nice, you want to sing it from the rooftops. You know my roof's good looking, will last the rest of your life. Each day I go to work thinking, you know we're doing this right. Buy a roof for me and I think you'll see you'll be happy as a gherkin. 'Cause we do it right and we're really polite. Take it from me, Dan Perkins. You try rhyming something with Perkins.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. 3, 2. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget, we're
New CBS tonight. The biggest honors of the year are here.
The Kennedy Center honorees: Dionne Warwick, Barry Gibb, Renee Fleming, Queen Latifah, Billy Crystal.
With
Gladys Knight, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Chloe, Dove Cameron, Little Big Town, Kerry Washington, Missy Elliott, Titus Burgess, Ariana DeBose, Rob Reiner, and many more.
Congratulations.
The Kennedy Center Honors, tonight on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Catch up with WZMQ 19 News on your schedule. The latest 19 news and weather are available around the clock at WZMQ19.com. Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
Well, friends, we are expecting some clouds to move in this evening along with that fog. I'll show you exactly where we'll see that visibility reduce. Temperatures right now in that 30-degree range, and we are going to be pretty much there tonight. We could see some 20s around the UP here, and we also could see some freezing rain or drizzle in the west half of the UP. Thursday, we're looking at fog in the morning, maybe some sprinkles, but other than that, we could see that sunshine poking out again, but Friday, friends, is looking a lot nicer as far as sunny skies, and those gusts continuing on Thursday and Friday up to 20, 25 miles an hour. So Eagle Harbor, Marquette, Munising will have reduced visibility this evening, especially around 9 o'clock. And then Eagle Harbor, friends, and along that Wisconsin border, Iron River and Iron Mountain could have a difficult time in the morning on your commute. Then eventually we'll see that fog kind of disappear for now. Could it be back? Of course. Precipitation, we do have some sprinkles over in the east half. As you can see, current radar conditions from Manistee along US 2 here headed towards the bridge, but we're not expecting any accumulation. So cloud coverage, maybe a wintry mix here along M28 there between Marquette and Munising heading south, and then eventually kind of clearing out. Like I said, we could see some flurries in the morning tomorrow or rain, and then mostly or partly cloudy skies, but better chances of sunshine on Friday. Check that out. Mostly the west half for the early hours of the morning before those clouds return. Winds right now hanging out from the north. They will gust up to about 20, 25 miles an hour. Most of those gusts we'll see there on Thursday, and it'll be primarily in the central portions from Marquette all the way down to Menominee, but we aren't expecting any kind of gales at the moment. So let's see what our planner is for tomorrow here in Marquette. Those temperatures a little bit chilly. We've got a clipper moving ahead here. We'll see that in the next 24 to 48 hours, which means we'll see some snow and breezy conditions and those temperatures dropping. This might be a little bit difficult to see, but we'll be about 38 there midday. And your 7-day outlook for Marquette, like I mentioned, gusts continuing Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday, look at these temperatures, 35 degrees. New Year's Eve, 29 for the high and then 20 for that low. We could see some flurries even starting on our Saturday evening and then into our Sunday. Again, we've got very chilly temperatures on Monday for New Year's Day, which is also the Rose Bowl. If you're a football fan, partly sunny skies continuing, and then those flurries could be back. Not expecting accumulations, but I'll have a deeper outlook on your New Year's Eve celebration and the 7-day for Escanaba coming up in 15.
Thanks, Air. Our 19 News Insights is on the way next. We're getting the details about Northern Michigan University's 2nd annual Innovation Week. That conversation is 2 minutes away.
Would you like to save money on your healthcare costs? Do you receive Medicare? If so, there is a free program provided by UPCAP, Superior Alliance for Independent Living, and the Upper Peninsula Aging and Disability Resource Center that may be able to help. They are simply here to guide you through the Medicare process and to help you get the Medicare benefits you are entitled to receive. Their trained professionals are ready to help you save money on healthcare. If you have Medicare, simply dial 211 for assistance.
As we celebrate the holidays this month, let's keep our veterans in mind. Veteran suicide is a serious public health issue in Michigan and across the nation. Let's attack this problem together. If you're a business or organization, partner with us to connect veterans to their earned benefits. If you're a veteran or family member, call 1-800-MISH-VET to get connected to your benefits. And if you're a veteran in crisis, call 988 to get help. To all of our veterans, we thank you for your service.
United, everybody's invited. We are united, everybody. Come on, come on.
The United Way of Marquette County, kicking off its 80th year. United Way volunteers support our community, and you can help the United Way assist 26 local programs, funding nonprofit organizations focused on safety, unity, and endowment. Donate today by visiting uwmqt.org. A public service message from the United Way and WZMQ 19.
Buckles Party Store. It's where the party starts in Calumet, with an awesome beer selection featuring domestic, foreign, and craft brew beer, a great selection of wine, just about any kind of liquor you want, and a great range of tobacco products. Buckles Party Store in Calumet. It's where the party starts for everyone.
Sing along with Stalag 13.
Hello! Hello! We hope you like our show. You'll laugh, scream, cry, sigh, and absolutely die.
Hogan's Heroes, weeknights at 10 on MeTV 19.1. You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
After the success of its first year, Northern Michigan University is once again hosting Innovation Week on campus. It's 3 days of collaboration with creative minds for some professional development and brainstorming ways to make the UP even better than it already is. Joining us tonight is the director of the SISU Innovation Institute, Bill Dignight. Thanks for coming in, Bill.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
Of course. So tell us about what Innovation Week is all about.
So Innovation Week is a place for people to connect, collaborate, dream, become inspired through a professional development experience. We have keynotes, we have sessions, we have innovation quests, but it's really about connecting with people and making sure that our innovative ideas meet implementation, that we're giving people the tools and the annual place to connect to really make sure that we're progressing forward and keeping those conversations going.
Gotcha. Who attends this event?
So this event is open for the entire state of Michigan. We have people coming from all over, but students to young entrepreneurs, to old entrepreneurs, to people that have been in business forever, anybody that's looking to be inspired to keep pushing and wants to see a stronger UP and a stronger region and a stronger Michigan.
Awesome. So is this pretty business focused, or what kind of industry is
this is open for all industries. So we have creative tech, we have sustainability, we have outdoor, we have obviously just your general innovation of like, I have an idea and I want to try something. So a little bit of everything. We have Jonathan Brown coming from Trend Hunter, which is out of Canada, and many other keynotes coming from science. We have Scott Kudzel from Shimatsu Labs. I could go on and on, but tons and tons of content, and that's at innovationweek.org or innovation-week.org, and you can learn all about it. It's a 3-day conference. It's February 21st through the 23rd. You can get tickets from tickets.nmu.edu. We have 3-day tickets as well as single-day tickets. If you're a student, we have a special student rate. So high school students, college students, it's only $25. And a big thing this year is that we have the big pitch. So the College of Business and Innovation Week and SISU and Innovate Marquette have all joined forces this year to work together. So that's why it's in February. We wanted more students to participate.
Very cool. Yeah, so last year it was in May. What was kind of the heart behind the Innovation Week to begin with, and especially getting more students involved?
Yeah, it's really about fostering the talent pipeline and really making sure as we're developing new industries and new opportunities in the UP that we have people here to lead the charge and make a stronger UP and make a stronger Northern Michigan University student, leading into hopefully a UP resident for life. I always say it's not 4 years, it's for life. We're training you, we want you to love it, and then we don't want you to leave. We want you to stay here and be a part of our community and be leaders within the region, within our country, within international business markets, and really get excited about it.
Yeah, you had mentioned the big pitch and this pitching competition. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so the big pitch has been around. The College of Business at Northern Michigan University has had their business pitch competition where they students submit their ideas and then go through a rigorous process of taking an idea all the way to full pitch, and then there's funding and prizes and all of that at the end. And we just thought, what better way to connect and find some collaboration than connecting the big pitch with Innovation Week. And we have lots of thought leaders and doers and makers, so some of these ideas might get a little extra oomph if we have more eyes on it and ears and people talking about it.
For sure. One more time before we wrap up, where do people go to get all this information?
February 21st through the 23rd, Innovation Week. You can go to innovation-week.org, or you can go to the SISU page and you'll see it if you go on to nmu.edu/Innovation Week. Lots of places to find it. Tickets are at tickets.nmu.edu, and you just type in Innovation Week. We want to see you there. It's for anybody and everybody. If you have an idea, a thought, creative excitement, we want you there.
Cool. Bill, thanks for coming in
Thanks
today.
for having me so much.
Of course. Still ahead tonight, that's what Carl says. He's taking a look back on this year's notable weather events and how it stacks up to the long-term average. And later, New Year's Eve celebrations around the UP. We have the details on some parties in Marquette and Iron Mountain. But first, here's your Upers United volunteer opportunity of the day. Lake Superior Life Care and Hospice is looking for volunteers for various positions, from helping around the office to events and fundraising to helping the people being served. Volunteers can choose how they want to help out, and this is an ongoing need. To sign up to be a volunteer or check out other opportunities, head to upersunited.com.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News. After our investigation, the military is now reviewing the discharges of veterans kicked out over Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Tonight we speak with a veteran who is now free to pursue a better future. That story on tonight's CBS Evening News.
Tired of spending your New Year's Eve in Times Square? Why not spend it in Nashville instead? It's America's newest celebration.
Happy New Year, y'all!
New Year's Eve Live, Nashville's Big Bash, Sunday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
Call 1-800-308-1656. That's 1-800-308-1656.
Shriners Hospitals for Children is awesome.
Wow, I was a really cute kid. But it's true, Shriners Hospitals for Children is awesome. The first time I went to Shriners Hospitals for Children, I was 2 months old. Since then, they have helped me with over 18 operations and thousands of rehabilitation hours. Because of their care, now I live a full, independent life. I got my driver's license, and I'm going to college.
It's amazing to know that there's someone looking out for me and my family.
And it isn't just the doctors and nurses who have been looking out for me. It was you.
Thank you! Thank you.
Thank you. So let's keep this amazing story going. All you have to do is go to loveshriners.org, and you'll be a part of something special too. Thank you so much.
Carl is here now for a look back at the weather this past year.
Thanks, Sarah. It was an interesting year weather-wise, but then again, the weather is usually interesting here in Upper Michigan.
First of all, this past winter featured mild weather and a good deal of snow. The storms often brought a rather wet snow because of the warm temperatures. December 2022 came in very close to average, but January and February had well above normal temperatures. Spring came and winter quickly left. A surge of warmth set in the second week of April with a mean temperature the week of April 9th through 15th over 21 degrees above average. Of course, winter made a big comeback 3 weeks later as a massive snowstorm dropped over 2 feet of snow at the National Weather Service office on May 1st and 2nd. The season ended with 265.1 inches of snow, the fourth snowiest winter at the Weather Service since 1979. Summer 2023 got off to a sizzling start with 10 consecutive days of 80 degrees or above, beginning Memorial Day weekend. During this stretch, the mean temperature came in over 13 degrees above average. The month of June was a degree above normal, while both July and August were over a degree below average. There were 5 90-degree days, including a September record 95 on the 4th. The long-term average is 3 days. Moisture was more than adequate this past year. In fact, precipitation for the year will be close to 45 inches, well above the long-term average, which is just over 36 inches of rain and melted snow annually. This is part of a trend toward wet weather in the Great Lakes. Notice the widespread green, signifying above average precipitation the last 10 years. However, the fall was dry over much of the eastern U.S., including the Upper Peninsula. Looking ahead, NOAA's outlook for the first 3 months of 2024 is for continued dry weather for Upper Michigan.
So is the dry weather something to be concerned about?
You know, if it does continue like the Weather Service sees, we could have, and we've mentioned this before, if there's a big, huge Arctic outbreak, we could have some problems with frozen ground and the frost going really deep, frozen pipes. And then as we get into the summer season, you got to remember that if the temperatures can really warm up. We haven't had a lot of extreme heat lately, so those are a couple of concerns if it stays dry.
Gotcha. Thank you very much, Carl. 2024 is just 5 days away, and it's important to make sure you celebrate the beginning of the new year safely. Many of us will ring in the new year with parties and social gatherings. Law enforcement wants everyone to make sure to have a designated driver before your night begins. The Marquette City Police Department says it will have extra officers patrolling the city to keep an eye out for intoxicated drivers.
Time of the year, we have specific impaired driving grants where we have extra officers out on patrol. And it won't just be Marquette City officers. There are going to be agencies all over our county that will have extra officers on the road on the lookout for people who are drinking too much and driving.
Coming up tonight at 11:10 Central, we'll take a closer look at other ways to stay safe during your New Year's celebrations. The Marquette Downtown Development Authority is getting ready for the annual New Year's Eve Ball Drop Bash. The DDA is once again partnering with Double Trouble Entertainment for this year's party. However, this year they will also be providing another ball drop at 7 that evening to give kids and families that experience without having to stay up until midnight. With the earlier drop, West Washington Street will be closed at 5 p.m. and open at 1 a.m. on January 1st.
This time of year, there's not as much going on. You know, the sun's, going down sooner, the weather's colder, it's windier. So this is a good opportunity to get people downtown in the slow season, especially as we go into the rest of the winter season.
The Marquette Social District will close at 10 o'clock as usual, though many businesses will be having their own events before and during the Ball Drop Bash. The Pine Mountain Ski Resort in Iron Mountain is also hosting some New Year's Eve fun. At dark on New Year's Eve, local ski patrol volunteers and ski school instructors will light torches and ski down the hill. It's pretty cool to see. The event always draws a big crowd, and it's become a local ski culture tradition. Pine Mountain's bar and restaurant will remain open throughout the evening, and the sales manager says the live music has become an annual part of the festivities.
I'll be going on New Year's Eve. That'll be followed by the band here, which are the Bad Mother Truckers. As soon as the torchlight parade is over, then we'll crank up the fireworks.
That event is free and open to everyone. We'll have more on New Year's Eve events in Dickinson County tonight at 11:10 Central. The fog returns tonight, and we could see some drizzle again tomorrow morning. AIR has the outlook next.
Tonight, a high-stakes diplomatic meeting in Mexico as migrants cross the U.S. border in record numbers. Plus, how a CBS News investigation into the consequences of Don't Ask, Don't Tell is helping veterans finally get the honor they deserve on the CBS Evening News.
Hi, friends. Richard Karn here. Now, I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Imagine for less than a cup of coffee a day, Choice Home Warranty can help protect you from expensive major system and appliance breakdowns that your homeowner's insurance doesn't cover.
Call Choice Home Warranty now and get access to a nationwide network of over 15,000 technicians and the latest appointment setting technology so you'll know when they're on their way.
So, do what this old DIYer did and call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen, and laundry appliances, and more. Call for your free quote today. Call in the next 5 minutes and get your first month free. 800-418-1754. 800-418-1754.
Kiss the cold weather goodbye and embrace the warmth and fun of the Caribbean without leaving your couch. One Caribbean Television is your Caribbean connection. Whether you visit the Caribbean for fun or to renew family ties, One Caribbean Television keeps you informed 24/7. Get the latest news, weather forecasts, Caribbean entertainment, and carnival action. If you long for the fun and sun of the Caribbean, download our app now to watch One Caribbean Television on the go, live or on demand.
Those were the days.
Here's to yesterday.
Sundays on MeTV 19.1.
We've got a chance of flurries returning on New Year's Eve, Sunday.
That's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 11:10 Central.
Tonight, the high-stakes trip to